Hi guys, I'm Teacher Swami, and in this tutorial we would be learning about handling MDI windows using OpenSpan. And MDI stands for multiple document interface, and in this scenario we would be having the multiple windows with the same kind of control. So the steps that we are trying to automate is launch the CRM application, login, and open these call by clicking on user 1, user 2 and user 3 windows and grabbing all the information displayed here on all three calls to display on a window form and control all these three windows from the window form itself. So let's get started. Open your OpenSpan Studio and go to File, New, create a new project and give a name CRM underscore MDI underscore app automation. So our first step is to add an adapter that can communicate with our CRM application, and CRM is a Windows application. So click on Windows application, give a name CRM, click on add, go to find the property path. Here we have path, so click on ellipsis button, select your CRM application. And the second step is to create the control of application that we are trying to manipulate using our OpenSpan automation. So here the control that we are trying to manipulate is username, password, login button, and once we are logged in, we would click on user 1, user 2, user 3, and grab all the information from the account number, name, address, city, state, zip, and display all those information on one of the window form. So the problem that we are trying to tackle with using MDI window automation is when you're trying to grab the information from second call. Say for example, if you're trying to grab account number, then it will say the control account number is already created. It means the previous user 1 window also has the same control, and we cannot create the control that has the same interface, same control, same event, and same method. So in that case, we need to use another property that is called key. So we need to assign. So the property that we are trying to manipulate is associated with the child window here on the CRM child, and go to the property and find that says UseKey. So what this particular property going to do is assign a key to the window that would have the multiple interface. So here we have user 1, user 2 and user 3. Those are the same window, and same window has the multiple interface with different data. So in that case, we're going to assign a UseKey to true. And once you select it to true, you will see a symbol, pi symbol here. It means we have assigned a key to this particular control, this particular child window. So now the second step, we have already created all the controls that we are trying to use. And the second step is to add a window form where we will display all the information from all the child windows. So if you look at the control in the Object Explorer, we only have one child window. We do not have the control for three windows, user 1 and user 2 and user 3. Although we have three control for the all three buttons, but the MDI Windows control is only for one window. So now right click, add a Windows form, where we're going to display the information from all three user 1, user 2 and user 3 forms, all three MDI windows. So let's go to the tool, and first is the account number. That would be a combo box, and let's look for the label account number. And account number, we're going to add in a combo box, so we can choose whichever the account we are trying to work on, and similarly information would be updated on the form based on the account selection. So choose the combo box control, and the other one is name. So name we're going to display in a text box. So look for the text box control, drag and drop, and here let's give the name to the combo box as CMB account number. The second one is name. So give the name as TXT name. Third one we're going to use on the label, also just change the name to LBL account number. Second one, let's just copy and paste, is name. And the text just changed to the text box name, that's already updated. So let's copy and paste for address, city, state, and zip. So let's increase the size that could accommodate all the information, and just change the control name accordingly. So after the name, you would see address, TXT address, then city, city, state, TXT state, zip code. zip. So just remove the word LBL from the name of label. So now we have a user form that can accommodate all the information from MDI window. So let's start automating these steps. So right click to your project, go to add a new item, add an automation. Okay. So our first step is to launch the application. That would be catered by Alright, so we're going to set it to true, so it will automatically launch the application on a project start. So next step is to log in, and in that case we need to first wait the login form is created. So click on your login form and wait for the event created. So once login form is created, we're going to wait for the login button is created. So our automation will trigger automatically once login form is created. So the second step is wait for login button is available or created. So once login button is available, it's going to click on the login button. So these are the steps. It will wait for the login window, wait for login button, then click on the login button. Once it is clicked on the login button, the second step is wait for user 1 control is available. So go back, choose user 1 button. Here we go. So wait for the user 1 and click on the user 1 button. So let's connect to the flow. Here again we are not using any data so far. So it's a process flow only. So we just connect it to the process flow. So the flow is connected until it's clicked on the user 1. So the next step is once user 1 window or the new call window is available, we're going to grab all the data from there and enter it on a window form. So second step is once a new call or this child window is created, so go for the event created. Wait for account number is available. So the account number is LBL account number. Select the MDI window or the child window. Click on property, go to key, drag and drop. And that key would be the value of account number. So again select the account number and the text. At the same time, we also need to add that account number to our window forms combo box. So select your combo box. And we need to add as item. An item property is directly not available here. So we need to click on this explore component property button on the top and scroll all the way down until you find the item. Click on item, look for method add. So add what? Item which is in account number. So just connect all the processes and supply the item value. from text to key. Here we assign key to the MDI window, and the same key would be added to the account number combo box. Because we are using account number as a key for MDI window, so once key is added to the combo box, the second step is, so here what we see, once a new call comes in, a new MDI window would be created. Once that window is created, that account number for that particular call would be assigned as a key to the child property, and at the same time that account number would be added to the combo box. The next step is, once we select something from the combo box drop down, select a particular account, that account MDI window should be activated in our application. So go back, just change it to the normal Object Explorer and select your combo box. Go to the property, selected index change. So once index value is changed, then we want the MDI window should be activated. So what should be activated? Child. And activated is method. So activate method. We need to use the activate method. So here we need to supply key, because we need to identify which window you want to activate. And key is the combo box text after selecting a value from the drop down. So go back, select your combo box, go to the property, text, supply that text value to the key. So here we define, once the combo box value is changed, we want the MDI window to be activated for the selected account, and the account value is applying by the text, using the text property of combo box. So next thing, we need to fill the other controls as well in the Windows form. So address, city name, state, and zip. So those would be done on the MDI window activation event. So go to the MDI window, go to event, activated. So once it is activated, what next we need to do? We need to supply these values to the window form control. So these are the values that we're going to use. City, name, state, address, and zip code. So let's arrange it properly. These values to be supplied on window 4. So now bring it down until you see your window form. And the address, here we have address, then city, the first one is city, then name, and state, and the zip code. So once the child window is activated, we want it should update the city property, and the value comes from city control of MDI window. Similarly, second step is update the name, that comes from the name value. Third step, update state and address, then zip code, and the values come from MDI window. Let's save it and run the application or run the automation. So here you see automation has launched the application and opened a call, and when there is multiple calls are in, you can see all the drop down values are added here. So whichever call you are working on, just select it from the drop down. It will activate the window and pull out all the information that would be displayed on the window form. So you can change it to the second one, activated call 2. Similarly, call 3, it has automatically activated call 3. Again, go back, first one, activated, and you can see the first call's value here. So that's it for today's tutorial. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.